Hello everybody. Just thought I'd check in and let you guys know what's currently going on. This is my second day on the job with Trojan, which is a daily work, daily pay agency. And today I'm actually working doing maintenance, I guess for a contractor for the county. And essentially I have to cut. I'm going to show you here on the front cam here in a moment. But I basically have a weed eater. I don't know if you can see it in the background there. Over there, that little orange thing. And I've been like going into the ditches to cut like cattails out of the water. And on this particular section here, we're cutting the slope of the hill for the canal, because the county put up a fence right here, as you can see behind me. So the the company that's responsible for maintaining this can't put a tractor back here because the fencing blocks the tractor. It makes it so that the tractor can't run along here and just run one of those long extended cutters. So now they have to have people manually walk along this, see the embankment here? You see bushes here and stuff, but I got to trim all the way up to the tree branches. But that's actually a canal, and the weeds and the plants that grow there, they have to be cut, and the grass. So it has to be cut like you see, you know how they have nicely cut grass? If you ever wondered how they get cut, well, in some cases, they're cut manually by people with edgers, trimmers. So let me show you that here in a moment. I'm currently having lunch, and as you can see, I have what I'm having for lunch here is just sandwiches, some ham sandwiches I made, some water, and these chips that I got from Rose's. I don't know if you saw that episode where I have all this water, but let me get my food up here before the ants and stuff get to it. All right, I just wanted to show you what it looks like here and how remote this place is. This is like a conservation area for the county in the city of Rockledge. I'm currently at Rockledge, Florida. And I have to wear this hat. It's cool, it's an adjustment on the back. It's got a little knob that turns so you can size it for your head. But I have to wear like the safety vest. So if you see these people standing alongside the road, they're not necessarily prisoners. But they might as well be. This is the edge that we're using. It's a kind with a saw blade on it. Triple blade, and I basically go along the edge here and I trim all of that. You can see where I trimmed. I have to cut all these plants and trees and stuff and try to get the grass as smooth as possible. And I did that whole section back there from that corner all the way up to here right now, and in the last probably 2.5 hours. And earlier they had us at a ditch by the highway, and that one had cattails growing all in it, and we had to go into the water to cut the cattails. So if you ever wonder how cattails and those little lakes that you see alongside the highway, how they look so clear and clean without stuff growing in them, it's because people go in there and cut the stuff, cut the grass as well as the cattails and all the bushes and willows and everything else that grows. Most of the people who work for a place like Trojan, which is the company I'm with right now, but I'm thinking of signing up with another one also, are people who can't get jobs anywhere else. They're people who have committed felonies. I saw a lot of people with the, you know, they have the tattoo of tears on their eyes. That means they killed somebody. Some of them had multiple tears, so they killed several people. But they're people who can't get a job because they're felons. But that's the kind of job I'm now taking, because I can't, well, first, I didn't even know this existed. Otherwise, I probably would have signed up for something like this long ago instead of being without work, because all you have to do is pretty much show up and they put you to work. But the kind of work is this kind of work, you know, they're hard manual labor, back-breaking. The other day I was hauling dirt and rocks and stuff for a construction at a facility. So it's a back-breaking work, and you get minimum wage, but you get paid each day. A lot of the people can't even drive. They don't have cars. So they kind of carpool, but they charge you to transport you to the work location and to take you home afterwards. It's like $1.50 each way, so you lose $3. You know, doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're getting paid minimum wage, you know, you're not making that much to start off with. But still, it's work, even if you don't have a car, as long as you can somehow get to the agency, which a lot of other people do. I am going to stay in this job as long as I can, as long as I have to, because at least I'll be getting paid every day. So I can at least make the child support payments and try to get all the bills and everything caught up. So that's what I'm currently doing. If it looks like I haven't been on YouTube, you know, this is why. I'm out here every day. I have to get up at about 5 a.m. and head over to the employment agency and wait there until, they all show up, and then they take us in their car or whatever, unless I can drive there. But, little Bluetooth's dead right now. So I'm using my wife's van, but it's got head gasket issues also. So it overheats. It can't go very far. So a lot of times I end up carpooling like I did today. So I'll have to pay them some of this money for the ride over here to Rockledge. But it's better than nothing. And if I can stay working pretty much every day, then, even at minimum wage, I should start to make some headway, hopefully, as long as no more crazy bills come up. But that's what we're doing right now. And like I said, if it looks like I'm not doing the living in a van channel as much, it's because I'm out here every morning. I get paid for about 8 hours of work, even though I'm actually here about 12 hours, because you got to get up so early and you don't get home till later because you're waiting for rides. The other day, the ride didn't show up. They let us out early because of rain, so you don't get the full 8 hours. We only got paid for 4 or 5 hours. And I ended up walking like 8 or 9 miles from the work location back to the agency where my wife's van was parked, which sucked. So it's like I spend probably about 12 hours out there all day and got paid for 5. But still, that's better than nothing. And today, like I said, I was there early, so I've been waking up at about 4:35 a.m. and heading out to work, and then show up there at 5:30, 6 o'clock, 5:36 a.m. And then they drop us off at the work location about 7, maybe 8. And then you work here till about 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and then they take you back. And then by the time you get home, it's about 8 or 9 o'clock, 6 to 8 o'clock, depending on how late you get back after you eat and everything. So that doesn't leave me much time for YouTube. And just want to let y'all know I'm safe and working. And this is what's currently going on. By the way, for those of you who can't find a job, I do recommend this, even though they're terrible jobs. I mean, work is work though. So if you don't mind hard work, they'll put you to work. The issue is just finding these. They're hard to find, because when I was looking for work, I know some viewers suggested daily work, daily pay, and I tried to look up daily work, daily pay, but they don't list them. So you kind of have to know the name of these agencies. I wasn't even aware of these because I had been looking for them, because I had heard about them from other people. That if you took the job, if you sign up with them, you can get paid each day. And I was like, for all those days that I wasn't able to work through the temp agency because I'm signed up with Spherian, they were the ones who got me the job as a minion over there at the perfume factory, the lotion factory. They don't always put you to work, that place. They call you when they have an opening somewhere. But this place, you can work pretty much every day that you want to work, other than weekends, except for certain places that are open on the weekends. But you can pretty much work every day. And then on days that rain, you don't really come in, because most of the jobs are outside, so there's not going to be work when it's raining. But otherwise, you can work every day. It's like minimum wage. There's some benefits. You can probably get hurt on the job. But if you're a van dweller, this may be an ideal job, because then, you just go, and you might sign up for several different ones, but you just go and you work when you want to. And you can pretty much work every day. So you can work 5 days a week, even at minimum wage. Let's say you make $300 a week after taxes and everything. By the time you finish, you get about $250. So you could make $250 a week. Then that's $500 every 2 weeks. That's about $1,000 a month. And if you're living in your van, if you own your van outright, then you're only paying vehicle insurance, cell phone access, food, gas. You could probably get by for about $300 or less a month. I estimate, I was living less than $100 a month. So you could probably do it easily for under $300. So that leaves you $700 a month disposable income. Now for me, that's not going to happen because I have child support. And that's going to end up taking, you know, 600 or so, 560 or about $650, more than $650 a month is what they want right now. So that would leave me with nothing. But for those of you who don't have the child support issues that I have right now, this may be an ideal job. Some of you were wondering what you can do living in a van. Well, if you're living in a van and traveling, it's going to be kind of hard to do this because you got to sign up with the agency. So, you know, if you're just traveling through, but if you're staying at some place for a couple months, but you got to have a driver's license. Well, not necessarily a driver's license, but an ID, and you got to have your social security card. So with those two items, you could sign up at the place, and then you just show up that morning, you know, the next morning or whatever. And when the job, show up early, and you put your name on a list, a waiting list. So it's like first come, first serve. Get your name on there, you know, be one of the first people to show up, and they'll put you on the waiting list. And then when the work shows up, you know, they call in that they need a certain number of people. You're first on the list. You get to go, and you get a job that day. So it's a good way to make money without really committing yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you can handle the hard work, like working in mud, going into muddy water with snakes. Yeah, there's potential for, what do they call those water snakes? I forget what they're called. But we have them in Florida, water moccasins. So we had the little boots. I don't have the boot now, but I had little rubber boots before, although the water came up to my waist. So I had water all the way. The boots didn't help. Boots were only like 1.5 feet tall, but the water was coming up over 3-4 feet. Well, not 4 feet, but 3 feet. 2.5, 3 feet is how deep that water was. But like I say, check out these daily work, daily pay. They may have a different name to find them. Sadly, you're probably going to have to try to find, like maybe look for a probation officer. See, the thing is, I don't even qualify for those services because I'm not a felon or anything like that. But these are the kind of jobs I've been taking. So maybe God is putting me here just so I can, you know, see what it's like and also share with you guys what people have to deal with when they can't drive, when they have these records. And, you know, it makes it pretty much impossible for you to get a regular, stable job. You end up with jobs like this that basically nobody else wants to do. And sometimes I think the county sets it up like this on purpose in the state, just like Florida, so that they get a steady pool of labor that is pretty much, you don't have any other options. You know, you had to do all this stuff so you can pay your bills and all the legal fees and everything else that these people probably have to deal with. So I guess the key of it is try not to get into trouble with the law. But you know, I know how that goes because even if you're innocent, you can still get in trouble with the law. And some people say, well, you know, if you take a plea when you're innocent, then you're setting yourself up for this. The problem is there are a lot of innocent people who have been convicted. So once they convict you, you're pretty much screwed, you know. But I'm getting straying off topic here. But those of you who are looking for work and can't find it, check out the daily work, daily pay in your area. If you don't know where they are or what they're called, try to contact the probation officer, you know, the office, and see if they know of the name of the agencies. You can try to Google daily work, daily pay. I tried to in this area. And the names of these businesses, they did not come up, you know. The person who referred me to this place was actually a probation officer. Not really the probation officer, but she works in the probation officer's office. They place people who have been convicted of like murder or child abuse, child molesters, you know, those kind of people. People no one else will hire. But evidently, I've been categorized as such because nobody will hire me either. So that's where we're at. There is work out there. Just find a daily work, daily pay. In the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe. God bless you all. Take care now.